GRIDWALK time then for race 2. We're right down in the middle of the grid, which is hard to believe actually. 17th on the grid for Glenn Irwin, a lot lower than he'd expected to be. He's not going to be here for a long tour, of course. It's going to get better as the season goes on, but tricky times at the moment for the reigning champion team. Let's just see if we can butt in here. He's chatting away with his own technician, obviously about suspension. I'm going to have to be rude here. Glenny, you got a quick one, sorry to butt in. Obviously lower on the grid than you'd expect to be, and I'm sure it won't continue like this for the whole season, but how are you feeling at the moment?
Definitely won't be continuing like this, or I'll be in the queue for the job centre, won't I? Yeah, I feel good. You know, I've felt good all year on every form of Kawasaki I've rid, whether that be the Ninja 650, the Super Stock 1000, ZX10RR, and something has just been missing on this. I felt we made some progress earlier. It was a huge change, so we didn't really get springs right to go with it, so we're very deep in areas, but we've improved that. Our rear suspension pot fell off earlier as well, so we've just got one lap of data there, which from the out lap to the pits now, and we're making changes based on that, so we're really up against it, but I'll not remain in these positions, definitely not. Yeah. These guys belong a lot higher as well.
Of course they do, you'll get there. Thanks a lot, Glenn, really appreciate that. There you go then. I mean, he's put a brave face on it, hasn't he? Sorry, Chubb, there wasn't much room for manoeuvre there, was there? Now another man who's a lot further back than you'd expect. Race winner at Donington, if you remember last year, is Brad Ray. Brad? Sorry, Brad, just a really quick one for ITV. Obviously, like Glenn in many ways, lower than you'd expect to be on the grid, but the times are so tight at the moment and it punishes people, doesn't it?
That's it, yeah. Obviously, qualifying's getting closer and closer each year, so yeah, hopefully we'll have a dig in this race and see where we come out. We've been struggling a little bit all weekend, so if we can come away with some points this weekend, and yeah, keep our chins up, we'll get back there.
Thanks a lot, Brad. Still chilly as well, as you can see from Brad's hat there. Thanks very much indeed. James there doing his fine work as a photographer, getting all the best snaps. It's tricky actually for the photographers these days, because with social media and everything else, everyone ends up posting their own pictures. Right, I'm looking for Scott Redding. Luke Mossey there. There's Scott Redding on the BYZ Ducati. Top 5 for Scott, of course, former MotoGP man in the first race earlier on today. He's got the helmet on, so we'll have to duck underneath the lid there. The engine, engine not quite yet on, the warmers are on. Scott, just a really quick one. Great first race, top 5 on a very difficult circuit to learn.
Yeah, it was good. Very happy with that. I learned a lot I really wanted to try to go with Danny when he passed me, but I just started to override a few places, because here there's a lot of corners that are very tricky with a lot of technique, and if you don't know the way and you try and attack, you make a mistake, so that's what I did. And I'll try and get off to a good start now in race 2, same like I did before, and try to stick with them long as possible, see if we can settle in.
Thanks very much, Scott. Have a good one. Weather conditions pretty much perfect. Still a little bit chilly in the air, but it's good, it's dry. No sign of rain by the looks of things. A quick break for us, and then we will be back for the start of the 4th race of the year.